Hello students, welcome back to the next session of Software Engineering Lab. In today's session, we shall be continuing with the 7th experiment of our lab syllabus, in which we will be covering the 4th exercise related to Docker. So in this particular exercise, we will be running multiple containers using Docker Compose file. So what we will be doing is, we will be running two applications. Front end, we will be running WordPress application. Back end, we will be running MySQL application. Both these applications will be run in two different containers, but we will combine both these containers and write a single file which is called as Docker Compose file, so that with a very single command, I can execute both these containers at a time. That is the basic agenda of this particular exercise. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is to create a folder and give it a name. I have given a name as Compose. Now inside this folder, I will be writing my Docker Compose YAML file. Now first of all, what do you mean by a Docker Compose.yml or YAML file? It is basically said to be a configuration file, okay, which has details like what containers have to be created or what services have to be created, how should they work together, what are the settings for each container. All these things will be written inside this Docker Compose.yaml file, which are very simple and they are in a human readable way only. So they're very easy, right? But make sure that when you're writing this Docker Compose file, it is named as docker-compose.yaml file. So you can either give YAML or you can simply say YML also. But the name should be Docker Compose only, all small letters. Okay. Now let us see what are the contents that you have inside this Docker Compose file. So these are basically the contents. See, basically these are called as the configurations of the containers. Now where can I find these configurations? See, there are many ways you can get these configurations that I have written. The first way is your Docker documentation. See, the official Docker website will give you sample configurations, using which you can write your own configurations for the applications that you want. Otherwise, you can take help of GitHub also. Okay, so many developers, what they have done is they have shared sample files. You can go to Git, like for example, I will give you an example here. So if you go here, this is a particular link I have. So if I click on this particular link, this is GitHub link. So this is one of the developer who has written the configuration file for WordPress. So if you can scroll down, you can directly copy this configuration file if you want. Okay, and paste it in the Docker Compose.yaml file. Okay, this is one way of copying. Otherwise, see, what happens in GitHub is many developers will share their sample files, which are very beginner friendly examples and all. Depending upon your usage, you can modify it. Otherwise, you can go to Docker Hub also. When you select any particular image, like for example, say suppose I type for MySQL. So often with that particular images, your Docker Hub also will give certain example configurations. So I can just show you an example here. So say suppose I write MySQL here. So if I search for MySQL, you will get any one of the application or the image of that MySQL, right? So it will give you the configurations here. So depending upon the configuration, see Docker Compose here. So it has given you the configurations here. So you can copy the configurations of whichever image that you want, and you can modify it and combine it into the Docker file. Okay, so these are the ways in which you can write down your sample configurations and run. Now let us see what exactly is there inside this basic Docker Compose.yaml file. So first thing, as I have told you, have to create a folder on your desktop or in any other location. Okay, and name it as anything. I have given as Compose. Inside that, you have to open an editor and write down the YAML file, but make sure that you are naming it as docker-compose.yaml file. So this is how your YAML file will look, and this one I have directly taken from this. So this is an example of MySQL, PHP as well as WordPress. So I'm just showing you an example of this WordPress and MySQL. So I have deleted this PHP part. So you can directly copy, you will get all configurations wherever you want, right? So if you go into the details of it, so what is happening here is the file format will start with the version. So where we are telling Docker Compose file to, use version 3. So you're specifying the Docker Compose file version here. Okay, so version 3 is basically widely supported, so we give version 3 here, and then you give the services. Services are nothing but the containers, so we are defining the containers that we want to run here. So the first thing is the database, which is called as the MySQL here. You're giving the version 5.7. So if you're not giving any version here, it is going to take the latest image of MySQL. Okay, and then you are giving the container name also. So you are telling give the container name here. So I'm naming my container as MySQL underscore container. Okay. Then after that, what you're doing is you are giving the environments. You're setting the environments, the root password, the database password, user password, and all. So all these passwords you are giving the environments, right? And after that, this is the WordPress. So again, here also you are telling that you have to configure the WordPress container here, right? You are giving the name of the container as WordPress underscore container. You are mapping it to the 8000. That means your WordPress will be running in localhost 8000, and this 3306 is your port number of your MySQL, which will be running in the backend. Okay, so you are giving connections between this WordPress and you're creating an environment so that it is giving a connection between your MySQL and your WordPress. Okay, so this connects your local directory WordPress to the container, right? So this is all about your brief of your Docker file. The next thing you have to do is to save it. Save this particular file. Once the saving is completed, you have to run the setup. Okay, so you have to run this Docker Compose. So as I told you, you have two containers here. One is WordPress container, the other one is MySQL container. But you have written a configuration in Docker Compose in such a way that with a very single command, you are running both these containers at a time. So let's see how this happens. So open your PowerShell in administration mode. Okay, and simply go to the path in which you have this Docker Compose file. So copy this particular path in which you have your Docker Compose file, say cd and move to that particular path. So once you finish moving to that particular path, now you have to start the containers. To start the containers, the command you will be using is docker hyphen compose up hyphen d. This is the only single command that will read the Docker Compose YAML file, and it will create both the WordPress as well as MySQL containers. So hyphen D in the sense, detachable. That means you are running this container in the backend. So simply say enter. When you say enter, you will be able to access the application in your web browser in the local host 8000. Right? So now what I will do, I will go to this browser and I will say localhost 8000. So we'll just wait for a minute for the container to start. Once the container will start, you can access the file here. So we'll just wait for 1 minute. After that, automatically you will get the output. Okay. So if I want to know if the containers are actually running in the background or not, just type docker ps. Now you can see that the containers are running. So if I go to my browser and type localhost 8000, you can get the website of your WordPress. Since that I have already logged in and all, this is how my page is getting. So if you want to see, I will just show you how it is going to look like. So for most of you, you should get the home page of your WordPress. So if you get the home page of your WordPress, that means the application is successfully running. You can do any number of modifications. So this is how you will get a page in which you have to write your email ID and password and log in into it. Okay, you can give, I have already logged in, so it is just asking me username and password. For you, it might ask you to sign up if you are using it for the first time. Give a valid username and password so that you will log in into your WordPress. Okay, see, you can see that I'm able to log in into my WordPress. That means I'm actually interacting with WordPress. Okay, because in the front end my WordPress is running, in the back end you can see that MySQL is running. So this is how you have to run two applications, and whatever you are entering here, everything will be saved because you are running MySQL in the behind. So MySQL basically stores all your data into the database. Now say suppose you are completed with accessing the application. The next thing you can do is to manage the containers. Now say suppose you want to stop it. So what you say docker compose, and simply you can say stop. So when you say docker compose stop, the containers will automatically stop. So how would you know the containers are automatically stopping? So when you type docker ps, you can see that nothing is running here, and even if you go back to your browser and refresh this particular page, it will say that the site cannot be reached. That means you have stopped the containers. Now if you want to run it again, you can simply say docker compose start. Okay, so when you say docker compose start, automatically these containers will again start. Right, so when these containers will again start, you can go back to docker ps. You can see that in the backend they are containing. You can just refresh this particular page so that you can come back to that particular application. So this is how you can stop it and start it, and you can do whatever you want. Now say suppose you want to delete everything. So first you will say stop, and after you finish saying stop, you can say docker compose down. Right, so docker compose down will stop and remove everything. Right, so you have to say docker compose down. So docker compose down, up in the sense everything is working. Docker compose down is now stopped and it is removing everything. So this is how you can run multiple containers using a docker compose file in a single command. Right, so practice all these commands, save the screenshots in a Word document. Okay, thank you.